Hey, g'day guys, going from the car tune company. So I've come across to a mate's place to have a quick look at his car. So quite a while ago, I did a video, real quick one, on a turbocharged Lancer wiring loom that I'd made. Well, the car is together, it has been running. It's fitted with a 1UZ, of course, slightly mild cams, O-ring block, some little tiny pecker turbos made by a very clever man up in Auckland called Steve Murch. And it makes a shitload of power. On let's see if I get this right. It's presently making about 700 horsepower at the back wheels. It was making 800, and it has made a 950. But it just isn't really drivable on the street at 950 horsepower. So let's have a look at the car. So we have a EX Lancer. This is a 1982 Lancer. Les does a bit of panel work for a living. Under here, so there's the wiring loom that I put together quite a while ago. Open valley, so it runs down through the valley. Twin plenums running into these little tiny things here, but makes lots and lots and lots of power. Radiator's tucked under the front panel. Running a Sora power steer pump. Who made your manifolds?
Exhaust?
Yeah.
Synco.
They are Syncos.
I made the intake.
Les made up the intake himself. Synco made the exhaust manifolds. On some race tyres in there. That's the ducks, nuts of fucking tyres.
Yeah, that is the shit.
The Nittos
NT01s, yeah.
NT01. That's the ducks, nuts.
275s?
275.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we need a 275 on the back of an EX Lancer. Inside, we've got a cage. We're caged out. Race harnesses. Pretty basic in the interior, but it looks just like a Lancer. In the wiring underneath the dash. So we've got actually an EMS, the Motorsport 8860 computer, and there's some relays and fuses in the back of here. Oh, there we go, relays and fuses. In the back, we've got the water meth, battery tucked in the back, surge tank, Bosch 044 fuel pump, which is pushed right to its limits, but it's doing the job just fine. Les had the same water meth kit on his supercharged 1UZ in a Prado. Oh, same kit's going on your Rhubarb.
Yeah, but with no intercooler.
With no intercooler, yep. So yeah, there's the water meth popping in there. Injectors are about a 750, he thinks. Having trouble remembering. These old buggers have trouble remembering, and I have the same problem. And there's a very subtle intercooler tucked at the front of the car. Les likes his toys. Up on the hoist, there happens to be a little Rhubarb race car, which is pretty cool. That's getting a MX-5 motor and another Steve Murch turbo. R154, brand new R154 in this one. The Lancer's got the same thing in it. So that's a pretty cool little car. So I think he's going to take me for a drive soon. We'll see what it goes like. So we also happen to have a Landcruiser in the shed. So this is a 1UZ VVti. It is a stock standard engine with a G3 link, I think it's got on it from memory, and the supercharger. So I believe that is the 122 supercharger on a Bullet Supercars manifold. Now if you've watched my V8 Landcruiser Prado, this Prado was actually built by the same owner originally, and then Les bought it, and this one was the manual one. There was also the auto, which the other customer who owns it presently has. And Les got in and put the supercharger on it, and yes, it has had a motor swap. At one point it did blow one of the VVti's. It got a bit smoky and tired. He's actually cut the back off the Prado too, so it's now a ute. So it was a 4-door and now a 2-door ute. Work in progress. Big wheels. So the water meth kit on this one brought the intake air temperatures readings down from 120 down to 55 by just under the intake manifold here, under the supercharger. I mean, that is a 122, isn't it?
Yeah.
122.
Off the Mustang.
Mustang 122. Alright, we'll go for a drive, eh?
Yeah.
Oh, it's got a locker in it? Deep ring?
Yeah.
And a Hilux rear end?
Yeah.
So just a Hilux.
Yeah.
This is the carnage of lots of power, and as you can see here, this is a bend, a twist, and that's the broken one. But the good one was actually twisting. But it's had a different set of axles put in it now, and it's a Hilux diff, eh? 31 spline Hilux axle diff.
Because the turbos are running at like 2, 3.
Yep.
You're not waiting.
With a little, so they spool up real quick, eh?
Yeah, Steve Merchant did something to them, so I don't know what he did. Changed them around, different compressor wheels in them, and once you hear that diff going down the road, you'll go, oh,
What? So it's a tilt-in clutch?
twin plate, yeah.
Tilt-in twin plate,
Yeah.
like a little 7.5 or something.
Yeah,
7 1/4?
yeah.
7 1/4? It's a nice day, look at that, man. It's quiet. Yeah.
If you're driving with this, it's got no carpet either. So
Consider it's got no carpet, no interior. It's quiet, eh?
it's noisy.
Did you put the short shift kit into this
Yeah.
0154?
Yeah. Yeah, just bolt on, yeah. So it's just a
Do you like it?
Yeah, it's okay.
They
I'm
did
used
so-
to it. No one can steal it. It took me a while to get used to it.
Right, yeah.
Just gotta go to somewhere that's safe.
Look how clear it is today. Look at that water. It drives like normal car. Like just here, I can see you're working the clutch a little bit, the gear and the shifter, but it's like a normal car. Like you wouldn't realise it's got
Tuning pretty good.
700 horsepower on tap at the moment. It feels like you've got 700 horsepower when you put your foot down.
Yeah, but it wasn't full.
Yep. That was third?
No, that was fourth, but it wasn't right. To go away.
Just smooth, eh?
I'll go put the spot up here. Round and round.
It's quite rapid, eh?
Yeah, what do I do for the quarter mile?
I think we should do the drags.
Yeah, I reckon.
I reckon we should do drag night.
So easy to run into someone.
Now, EX Lancers came out with bonnet struts on it too, eh?
With what?
With bonnet struts.
No.
It sounds so sedate. It isn't sedate to drive. It is, yeah. You okay? Nope. Well, that was fun. So that was a fun afternoon. So I came over and sorted a few wiring issues, just little tiny bits and pieces and tidy up on the Lancer, and went for a bit of a drive. What a great way to spend an afternoon. And I got paid for it, even better. So I finished on the Lancer. It was a bit of a drive over here. My mate's been begging me to come over and have go for a drive with it, and just sorted a couple of little bugs, and that's all done. A little bit more history on the Lancer. I met Les through 1UZs, and we've become pretty good mates. Yes, I did wire it, and yes, I did charge him. Now this Lancer's been built. It was he bought it with a 1UZ in it, and he's ended up upgrading to a forged engine, rebuilt R154, and several years of building in the process. It isn't just a put it together and make it go. It's been a few years since I wired it, and it's been running for probably about a year now. It's been on the dyno a few times, it's been tuned and just built up and progressed, and it's a development process building a car like that. But it's a heap of fun. It is road legal in New Zealand. So with the cage, he does have to do a couple of motorsport events each year to keep his logbook current. But that is a 100% road legal car over here. That's what we're allowed to get away with. So we're pretty fortunate there as well. At all times, we did definitely stick to the speed limit. So hope you enjoyed that. We'll talk to you later.